RayNeo just dropped the Air 4 Pro, and they claim it's the world's first native HDR10 display in glasses for $299. Today I'm going to tell you what it does well, what it does badly, and who should actually buy it. Let's get into it. Okay, these are display glasses. So, no cameras, no AI assistant, no mixed reality, no hologram stuff. You plug them into a device that already has the apps, phone, laptop, handheld, and they become a big private screen you wear. So the obvious use cases are movies, gaming, travel, maybe some work. Right off the bat, these are plug and play. No apps, no setup drama. That's a big win. The next thing you notice, the weight. At 76 grams, they feel absurdly light for this category. They feel more like sunglasses than a gadget, which comes in handy for extended wear. The frame is plastic, definitely not luxury, but the upside is comfort. I did a full movie length session and did not get tired or fatigued the way I would with heavier glasses. The nose pads are adjustable and you will need to adjust them. That's not optional. I'll show you why in the cons. Also, they don't look too weird, so you can probably wear them at a cafe without getting too many stares, for the most part. Alright, the star, the display. RayNeo describes this as a 201-inch virtual screen at around 6 meters with a rated 47-degree field of view. Translation, it feels big screen for this category, but let's not get it twisted. It's more like a nice, large computer monitor floating in front of you, which is fine. Don't expect a wraparound IMAX dome. Now the headline, HDR10. I've got to say, it does not feel like a gimmick. When HDR is on, blacks look deeper and highlights like explosions, sunlight, neon signs actually pop instead of looking flat and washed out. It's the first time I've put on display glasses and thought, okay, this looks like a tiny OLED TV strapped to my face. The brightness is rated at 1200 nits. A lot of these glasses start looking dull in a bright room. I was by a bright window in the daytime and it held up way better than I expected. Now here's the trade-off. On my unit, HDR and 120Hz are basically two different modes. So for movies, I ran HDR. For fast games, I switched to 120Hz, so you're picking one or the other depending on what you're doing. The glasses also support 3D playback, and there's an AI feature that can convert regular photos into 3D. It's a cute trick, but it's not really the reason to buy these. Okay, let's get into a few quick tests. 1. Can I read email and a spreadsheet without squinting? Yes, the center is sharp. I wouldn't do 8 hours of Excel in these, but it's usable. 2. How many clicks to get HDR on? Too many. You're gonna do the menu dance. Once you know where it is, it's fine. But the first time, it's pretty annoying. Next, the battery. These pull power from your device. On my phone, 30 minutes of use dropped the battery by about 20%. So if you're traveling, pack a power bank. Next, audio. RayNeo partnered with Bang & Olufsen for audio. Usually that's just a name or a sticker. But this actually sounds rich for glasses. They have what they call whisper mode, which is phase-canceling acoustics to reduce sound leakage. I tested it with someone sitting right next to me. Playing a movie like Top Gun at about 70% volume, they couldn't make out what I was watching unless they leaned in. That's perfect for travel or for late night watching without waking up the whole house. Alright, real talk. Here are some of the issues that I did find. Number 1, edge blur. If the fit slips, which it often does, corners go soft. The fix is the nose pads. You'll want to dial those in, and that is not always easy. Number 2, no auto-dimming lens. There's no electrochromic dimming here, so you're clipping on a light blocker to get that cinema kind of vibe. Also, it doesn't seem like the light blocker is universally included, so check your listing. Number 3, screen behavior. The screen follows your head. For movies and gaming, that's okay. For productivity, multitasking, where you want a screen pinned in space, this gets pretty annoying. The net effect is that these are sit-down glasses. They're not walk-around doing chores glasses, and definitely don't plan on taking Zoom calls on these. And finally, they're tethered to keep them light. So you're tied to another device and they will drain that other device's battery. For gamers, 120Hz is pretty sweet. Playing games is smooth, no ghosting, no weird motion smear, and that made up for the lack of HDR in gaming for me. Bottom line, who is this for? If you want a decent sized private screen for movies and gaming, travel, bed, couch, and you care about picture quality, the RayNeo Air 4 Pro is actually a legit value play at $299. HDR is the real deal. Brightness is strong, comfort is good, and the audio is better than it has any right to be. Is it the best set out there? Definitely not. But because of the price, this is one of the easiest value wins I've seen in display glasses. Who should skip it? If you hate fiddling with fit, if edge blur will drive you crazy, if you want a pinned in space productivity setup, or you want something you can safely walk around with, this will definitely not work for you. Me, I like these more than I expected. I'm keeping them as my travel pair. Like and subscribe if this helped. I'm the non-tech guy, and I'll see you in the next one.